EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Let's go now. Black swap.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Busts through the tackle. There he goes, left side. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now Young. He's got Mingo. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down. From the red zone now, Young. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Ready. Set, go.
Johnson running right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan has worked.
Touchdown! Jonathan Mingo with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's on his way. Bijan Robinson with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Fighting his way through contact. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Ready,
This
ready.
Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Striker, 3, hut, hut.
They go to Johnson again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you do it?
And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. And after his performance last week, everybody saw unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again out there.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the role and sharing in the belief that they do their job. This is another performance just like they saw the week before.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this 1st quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down and 8.
Top on three, kick.
Again, it's Robinson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Robinson up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. They'll come up 2nd and 7. In motion, Hollins. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Falcon football. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Ready, ready.
Young off the play fake. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. A first down throw for Young. And incomplete on a deep ball. The Panthers in trouble to start play, 6 and 8 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Ready up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hut.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now Young on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Okay, right.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held it, they might go for it again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Young. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me?
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Brings up 2nd and 20
Ball red.
at the 43-yard line.
Young to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Black Ultra.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Here's 3rd and 7.
Ready?
Now here's Young. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Ready. Let's go. Go set. Ready?
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Carolina. Anthony Schwartz, 37 yards. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Avery Williams. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen.
There he goes, left side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 131 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll run with Robinson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Tua sets up to pass it, and here he'll get it down to the 7. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
On the set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Hi.
Young. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. So the interception there. And Charles, I imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Let's go. 6, mega. Smash, red. Seal, black. Set, go.
Final play of the half, Young. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Hand off now to Robinson. And some strong running. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Coup for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Next to score, Falcons 24, Panthers 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead is already. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 219 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here is Young. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. The situation here. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Young. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Set. Go. Go.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Go ahead.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side is good. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Ready?
Again, it's Johnson. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Go. 10. Ready.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And now they're in the hurry up.
The 15-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hut.
They'll try to throw now. Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jonathan Mingo. Shot of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now he's loose again, and he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. 228 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. Taking it right down Broadway. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Able to push his way through. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Robinson. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Good.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons will add to their fourth quarter lead. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync. And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ready.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Cut.
And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
Check pink.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set. Go.
Johnson running left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time. So make sure you get in shape.
Set.
There's a 20th carry for Johnson. Pushing his way through. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's on his way. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, 77 yards. And the Falcons use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner store and hot dog or two, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they've still been blocking for a while in this game. They don't get one more.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
The play fake. Now Young. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
Going for the knockout ball right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Come on, set.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Ready.
On third down, Johnson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
It's 4th down.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Needle blue. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Well, now they'll try the end around. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Robinson on a give right side. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the Falcons chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Robinson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Robinson. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's 1st and 10.
Real green. Hut.
Now Young. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. So that, a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Let's go.
Down to an Eagles Tua, and that should just about do it. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Falcons, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?